The cafeteria of Station Kepler 9 fell silent as Jixon walked through the doors carrying his lunch tray. Anna, his human colleague, watched from across the room as every alien eye tracked his movement with a mixture of fascination and horror. Is that what I think it is?" chittered Zalthor, a Veskin whose green carapace trembled with what could only be disgust. The insectoid alien pointed one of his forearms at Jixon's plate. Jixon grinned, his dark eyes sparkling with mischief. "Depends on what you think it is, buddy." "Capsaicin pods," hissed Commander Cythera, a reptilian Draxian whose scales had gone pale. "You're eating capsaicin pods raw." Anna couldn't help but smile as she bit into her own sandwich, loaded with jalapenos and ghost pepper sauce. She'd been on the station for 6 months now, long enough to know that humanity's dietary habits were the subject of endless alien bewilderment. Jixon sat down at the human table, his plate a colorful arrangement of what the galactic community classified as toxins: red chili peppers, chocolate bars laced with caffeine, a cup of coffee that made the nearby Quillians recoil from the fumes, and a small bowl of what appeared to be fermented vegetables. "I don't understand how your species survives," said Dr. Vinmara, the station's Palathian medical officer, approaching their table with scientific curiosity, overriding her revulsion. Her translucent skin pulsed with concerned blue hues. "That coffee alone contains enough methylxanthine alkaloids to stop a Palathian's heart." "It's called evolution, Doc," Jixon said cheerfully, taking a long sip of the steaming black liquid. "While you guys were developing efficient metabolisms and sensible dietary restrictions, humans were basically asking, 'Can I eat this?' And if it didn't kill us immediately, we called it cuisine." Anna laughed, remembering her first week on the station when she'd nearly caused a diplomatic incident by offering chocolate chip cookies to a Quillian delegation. "Don't forget the fermented foods, Jixon. Half the species here think we're eating controlled decomposition." "Because you are," Zalthor exclaimed, his antennae quivering. "That substance on your plate is literally rotting cabbage." "Kimchi," Jixon corrected, spearing a forkful. "And it's delicious." "The fermentation process creates beneficial bacteria that actually helps our digestion." "You intentionally cultivate bacterial colonies in your food," Commander Cythera said flatly, her tail twitching with disbelief. "Your species deliberately poisons itself, then claims it makes you stronger." Anna set down her sandwich and leaned forward. "It's not poison to us, Commander. Our bodies adapted. Take capsaicin, the compound that makes peppers hot. Most species experience it as pure pain, right?" Dr. Vinmara nodded, her color shifting to a cautious yellow. "Capsaicin triggers pain receptors. It's a plant defense mechanism designed to prevent consumption. For everyone except humans," Jixon interjected, biting into a habanero pepper with evident pleasure. Several aliens at nearby tables looked away. "We developed a tolerance. Then we went further. We started to enjoy the sensation. Pain became pleasure. We literally bred plants to be more painful to eat." "That's insane," Zalthor whispered. "That's humanity," Anna replied with pride. "You want to know what else is classified as a toxin in most species? Alcohol. We drink ethanol, literal cellular poison, for recreation. And don't get me started on theobromine," Jixon added, unwrapping his chocolate bar. "Dogs can't eat this stuff. It'll kill them. Tons of alien species can't process it. But humans, we turned it into one of our most beloved foods." Commander Cythera's eyes narrowed. "I've read the reports about human history. Your species survived ice ages, plagues, and planetary disasters. You colonized every environment on your homeworld, from frozen wastelands to scorching deserts. You climbed to the top of your food chain despite having no natural weapons, no armor, no venom." "We had something better," Anna said quietly. "Adaptability, stubbornness, and apparently iron stomachs." Dr. Vinmara pulled out her datapad, her scientific mind clearly engaged despite her disgust. "I've been studying human biology since you arrived. Your species produces enzymes that break down substances lethal to 90% of known sentient life. You can consume mild acids, alkaloids, and neurotoxins without harm. Your liver is essentially a chemical warfare defense system. Our ancestors ate whatever kept them alive," Jixon explained. "Bitter plants full of alkaloids? We learned to cook them. Spoiled meat? We figured out how to ferment and preserve it safely. Foods that caused mild poisoning? We built up tolerances. Earth was harsh and we had to be harsher." "But why continue now?" Zalthor asked. You have access to perfectly safe, neutral nutrition. Why still consume these dangerous substances? Anna and Jixen exchanged glances and both smiled. Because we're human, they said in unison. Jixen stood up, raising his coffee cup. Our ancestors didn't survive by playing it safe. They thrived by pushing boundaries, by asking what if, by refusing to accept limitations. Every time someone said something was impossible or inedible, some human somewhere decided to prove them wrong. That's terrifying, Commander Cythera admitted, though there was a new respect in her voice. That's why we're here, Anna said, gesturing to the station around them. Earth was just the beginning. We looked at the stars and asked, can we reach them? Everyone said no. We did it anyway. We saw hostile alien worlds and asked, can we live there? We're doing it right now. Dr. Vinmara's color shifted to a thoughtful purple. So your dietary choices are a reflection of your entire species' philosophy? Exactly, Jixen confirmed, finishing his coffee. We eat what others call poison because we refuse to be limited by what's supposed to be possible. It's not about the food, Doc. It's about what the food represents, human defiance against a universe that keeps telling us no. The cafeteria had grown quiet again, but this time the silence carried a different weight. The aliens weren't just horrified anymore, they were awed. As Anna bit into her pepper-laden sandwich and Jixen reached for another chili, the message was clear. Humanity hadn't conquered Earth by accepting limitations, and they wouldn't conquer the stars that way either. They'd do it one impossible meal at a time.